Today marks the 75th anniversary of the final game of Joe Dimaggio's Major League record 56-game hitting streak. Since 1941, nobody has even come within 10 games of his streak. Sports Science takes a closer look at Joe Dimaggio's unbreakable record.
In 1941, Joe Dimaggio had a .357 batting average in a league that averaged 3.83 at-bats per game. The most generous estimates put his chances of hitting safely in 56 consecutive games at .0011%, or about 1 in 90,000. But during Dimaggio's streak, outfields were about 10% larger than today's ballparks, and the league was averaging a higher number of at-bats per game. This means that a player today with Dimaggio's same batting average would see his odds of reaching a 56-game streak decrease to 1 in over 106,000. In other words, today's best hitters are nearly 9 times more likely to be struck by lightning in their lifetime than to hit safely in 56 straight games. And to put the ridiculously low probability of Dimaggio's streak into perspective, consider this. Steph Curry would have the same odds of hitting at least one three-pointer in every game for 122 straight seasons. For ESPN Sports Science, I'm John Brinkus.
I love that piece there. Records are meant to be broken, and Dimaggio's streak, that will end one day, Diana.
No. That's considered one of the safest records in baseball. That's not going anywhere. But there are more streaks out there that I also think probably won't get touched as well. So
really?
I put together my top 3. Darren put together his top 3.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Johnny Vandermeer threw back-to-back hitters on June 11th and 15th in 1938. The wild lefty. Getting it done. No one's touched him since. New Jersey native, too.
Nobody can touch that suit. He's casket sharp. The root word of Nolan is no. Nolan Ryan has tossed a bunch of no-nos in his career. His record of 7 is my number 3. Sandy Koufax is second with 4 no-hitters. After he tossed his 7th no-hitter, Diana, he celebrated by working out for a half hour on a stationary bike.
Do you think any guys today do that? How about Oral Hershiser? 59 consecutive scoreless innings, 1988, so not that long ago, right? Roughly almost 30-something years ago. My math's terrible. Either way, Zach Greinke
making me feel young.
Flirted with this record last year. He threw 45 scoreless, but Oral's streak still stands.
My number 2 goes to Pete Rose, 4,256 career hits. Good gosh! Charlie Hustle's record is 67 more hits than second-place Ty Cobb, who many thought his record was unbreakable. On paper, Hall of Famer. However, as you know, Rose is banned from baseball for betting on the game.
All right, cleaned up my math. My number 1, baseball's Hall of Fame Iron Man, Cal Ripken Jr., 2,632 consecutive games played. He broke Lou Gehrig's consecutive games played record, the king of Baltimore, the king of the O's. A wonderful night in celebration. No one touched that either.
I'm going with the man of steel for my number 1, Ricky Henderson. My man stole a total of 1,406 bases in his major league career, almost 500 more than the next closest player. When he broke Lou Brock's record, Henderson stole third. Look, literally.
Yes!
He pulled it up, and he took that bad boy with him.
And hands down, probably of all those players, he had the best quotes out there, no matter what he said. Imagine if we had Twitter back then.
Oh, it would have been like 50 billion retweets.
He would just be a great tweeter. I would love to see what he would have to say.
He will maybe break a record in tweeting. More baseball going on tomorrow night.